Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Hoffman of enlighteninglife.com, and this is this week's newsletter article, and I'm doing a short video article because I like to interchange those with my written articles. So the title of this week's message is Energy Imprints, and how I'm going to connect those and explain those to you by talking about how I found a smudge of lipstick on my light switch in my bathroom. So yesterday I was in the bathroom and I was walking out and I just happened to look at the light switch cover and I noticed there was this fairly large smudge of red lipstick on there. And I thought, well, where did that come from? And how long has it been there? And when did I do that? So I got a sponge out and I cleaned it off and I thought, wow, I've walked by that bathroom light switch a dozen times a day for the last several days and I never noticed that smudge of lipstick on it before. When did I put that up there? And when did I have lipstick on my fingers and touch that part of the light switch? Because it was actually on the top part of the light switch. So this is how energy imprints work. Energy imprints are the lasting reminders that we have of things that have happened to us over the course of certain relationships and during our life, and everything that we do, everything that someone tells us, everything that we experience, all of our thoughts, they all have an energetic charge and they leave an imprint, a lasting marker. So over the course of time, all of these energy imprints build up in your energy field until one day you realize, oh, I don't like what's going on, or why do I feel this way, or why is this always happening to me? And then you start looking around and you thought, oh, look, I have this energy imprint. So as soon as you get into the place where you want to raise your vibes, where you want to shift your energy and you want to set a new intention for your life, you shed light on all these energy imprints and then you notice them. So just like the lipstick on my light switch, I didn't see it there. It may have been there for a couple days. It may have gotten there the day before. I don't normally look at that part of the light switch cover. I normally just walk in the bathroom and flip on the light switch without looking at the actual light switch cover. And I just happened to walk by and see it and actually look at the light switch cover, the whole plate, and notice that lipstick on there. So the day that you realize these energy imprints exist is that day when you're ready for a shift, you're ready for a change, you're ready to expand your energy. And this is where we get confused about the process. We think that that's the day where you realize, oh, look at the mess I made of my life and I'm noticing all the problems. No, it's actually when you have a solution already in place and now you're seeing where that solution can be applied. So for example, I always say that we shift in spirit long before we actually get the realization of what's going on and we start putting things in place in our lives to start implementing change. So by the time we come to an awareness of a new way of being or a new way of thinking, or we really want a change, that change has been part of our field of potential, which I write extensively about in my book, Ascending into Miracles, for a long time. It's just we haven't expanded our awareness enough to be able to connect to that energy of that change. But the moment we do, we notice the lipstick on the light switch. We notice the things that are wrong. We notice the things that are important to us now that didn't matter then because we didn't know they should matter then. If you have followed me on Facebook, I have posted a graphic occasionally that we ask the question when we're ready to hear the answer. And I teach this in my intuition course as well. We are ready to hear an answer at the moment that we are prepared to integrate that answer. And that's when we ask that question. So it's not like we ask random questions and then we get random answers. Again, remember the spiritual shift, the shift in energy occurs long before we actually become aware of it. So when a question comes to our mind, it's there because we are ready to hear that answer to that question, and it's not a random process. So my question for you this week is to look at the energy imprints in your life. Where are things out of balance, out of sync? You're operating on two different levels. Part of you is happy, part of you is not happy, part of you wants something else. You're looking for new opportunities and you're thinking, well, how do I do that? What energy imprints are there that hold you back, that say, no, you can't, and that's not possible, and you don't deserve that, you're not good enough. Hey, how many times have you heard that during the course of your life? And for some of you, you can say, yes, those things have been said to me. Well, all of those negative comments, all those criticisms, all those judgments, all the disappointments, the sadness, they leave energetic imprints, and then that creates a lot of energy baggage. So we're all getting rid of our energy baggage now, but in order to do that, we have to know what's there, and we have to be willing to make the shift. And often we make that shift at a point where we're so tired of being angry, of being sad, of not feeling good about ourselves that we are ready to take that next step. But we don't need to wait till that moment. We can start looking at, I'm not successful, or I'm not happy. What are the energy imprints that are holding me back, that are preventing me from choosing other options for myself, or from even being able to see other options for myself? Because when you have these energy baggage issues and you have these energy imprints, they really create a huge block into your being able to expand your energy, and they taint other things. They leak into other things. For example, the lipstick on my light switch. What if I'd had a light colored shirt and I had just rubbed up against the light switch? That lipstick on the light switch would have gotten on my shirt, and then I would have looked at my shirt and said, well, how did I get lipstick on my sleeve? Where did that come from? Because I didn't know that there was lipstick on the light switch, and I bumped up against it, and now the lipstick is on my shirt. So this is how they travel throughout your life too. So if you think that things are unrelated, they're not. Everything in your life is connected to everything else. And I see that a lot when I work with clients. They'll say, well, I just want to know about this part of my life because this is where I'm having the problem. And then I point out to them how that issue, that particular problem, is actually seeping into the rest of their life, and it is coloring the rest of their life and using that energy to create other aspects of their life. So the sadness you feel in one area of your life, the limitation, the powerlessness, is actually going all the way across your life. It is infiltrating itself into everything, because we are energetic beings. We have energetic fields, and whatever is in our energetic field is part of our overall energetic imprint. So the more you understand where these limitations are and how you can change them, but first you have to become aware of them. And the more that you understand the energetic imprints that are just out there hanging around because they've been part of your energy body for a long time, the easier it is for you to recognize them and to say, okay, this is what I need to change. I want to do this, so this is what I need to change. So I want to become happier. I have to look at what's making me sad. You can't just say, well, I want to be happy and I'm going to be happy from today forward. I mean, that's a good short-term fix, but it's not going to work over the long term, because the next thing that upsets you, the next upsetting challenge, is going to make you sad. And it's not that there will be no more challenges in your life once you make these changes. The truth is, what you do is you make yourself impervious to them, so that when the challenge comes up, your first response based on your energetic imprint is not sadness. It's more like, okay, this is coming up. What am I going to do about it? What are my other options besides being sad? And this is the value in changing your energy imprints, which is to give you other options, to not have this one single response to everything that's based on an energy imprint you don't even know exists, but to have a variety of responses that say, okay, yes, sadness is one way of addressing this, but hey, I have other options too. I can become more empowered. I can feel better about myself. I can decide to be in joy. I can handle this situation in a very powerful way, so that it doesn't knock me down. It doesn't destroy my joy. It doesn't make me really unhappy, and that unhappiness lasts for a long time and then just adds to your emotional baggage, your energy baggage, clogs up your energy field, and makes you feel like, nothing works for me, nothing good happens in my life. Why am I always feeling this way? And this is a Mercury retrograde period, so we're going to be seeing a lot of this over the coming weeks, and that is, where is this baggage? You say you want this, okay, let's review, release, reconsider. All the re words are also about Mercury retrograde. And the more you allow this period to become a source of empowerment, the more effectively you use its energy, because it's going to happen anyway. So you might as well use it in that way, or you're going to find yourself struggling with Mercury retrograde problems and not being able to choose your best course of action effectively. So that's the newsletter for this week. I hope that you've enjoyed this. And as you're looking around your life and examining your energy, look for the energy imprints. Look for especially the ones that are negative, judgmental, critical, self-defeating, limiting, that make you feel angry or helpless or powerless, or that make you feel sad. What are your other options? And this is, again, noticing the energy imprints, the lipstick on the light switch. Where else do they kind of filter through your life? Because I can promise you they're not just in one place. If you really look for them, they're everywhere. So for example, if you find a mouse, or I guess the better example is if you find a cockroach in your kitchen, that's just one cockroach. You never have one cockroach. You have a bunch of cockroaches. So if you find one, there are plenty more where that one came from. It's just like ants. I remember years ago I had ants in my kitchen. And I knew that I didn't just have a random ant. I had a nest of ants, and I had to figure out where the nest of ants were to get rid of that. So you need to find not only the energy imprint, which you probably already know. Look at the emotions that you have that are limiting and that are just not really great for you. But once you understand where those are, where did they come from, and then what other options do you have? And then you can get out your sponge and clean off the lipstick on your light switch, or get out your internal sponge and start wiping all of those clean, so that you can have fulfilling thoughts and empowering thoughts and create your intentions without feeling like you're always struggling, like it's always a battle, like it's always you against the world. Because once you get that, once you understand that, a whole new portal of opportunity opens for you in your life, because you're not burdened with all of these energy imprints that do nothing but hold your energy down and diminish your light and make you feel like you just can't get it right, or you just can't get it done. This is Jennifer Hoffman of enlighteninglife.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.